Well, it's that time of year again where I neglect all my adult responsibilities and for Kyler Murray to ruin fantasy football teams everywhere. Black Ops 6 is here and all I can say is...
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
I don't think you guys walk away from this.
You just make sure people know what happened here today.
I'm not entirely sure what it is with this game. Like, is it the campaign mode that makes me feel like I'm tripping balls? The zombies mode that... What the fuck is that? Or the multiplayer that has me spending every bit of my YouTube money on G Fuel underwear and sweatbands? Point is, this game is a lot. It's a game that I'm sometimes like, this is great. And other times... Woo! Campaign. The Black Ops 6 campaign is best summed up as a group I like to refer to as the X-Men go on a world-saving adventure where they encounter things like conspiracy, blackmail, and bad acid trips. Our band of knockoff X-Men features characters like Mystique, Beast, Wolverine, Magneto, and your favorite, Professor Xavier. You'll spend most of your time in the X-Mansion, which you can upgrade in the first 5 seconds of the game to unlock various perks that help you on your quest to stop Pantheon, or unlock a few multiplayer blueprints that may or may not be broken. You can also explore the mansion to see what the beautiful relic has to offer. Hey, did anyone check to see if this place has black mold? I feel like we're not supposed to be breathing any of this stuff in. Or even explore the various secrets it has to offer after each mission, like the ongoing chess match in one of the bedrooms. Or even the adult entertainment room that's in the basement. Why are my feet sticking to the floor? You also get access to a fancy blacklight, which will help lead you to some of those secrets that the safe house holds.
Here we go.
Oh. Alright,
I'll see you later, Billy.
It glows?
The main character of this video game blockbuster is named Belle. Ramirez Case, that's it, it was Case. Who is, in my opinion, as interesting as watching paint dry. He doesn't talk at all, having literally no voice lines, with the only dialogue coming from readable dialogue options that appear in the game. Once you select one of these options, you just hear the response from the characters you're interacting with, which is pretty boring. My favorite part of this character, though, isn't the fact that he's just always tripping balls or is just some reclusive mute that never shows up in some of the most important cutscenes in the entire game. It's the fact that he gets talked to like he's some sort of idiot, or like an infant, or better yet, like a golden retriever. The missions are pretty fun outside of, I swear to God, if one of these things jump scares me, I'm gonna be pissed. Jesus Christ! We do get a sort of return of the open combat missions, yet instead of them being whatever they were in Modern Warfare 3, they act similar to traditional Call of Duty levels, except they offer the player a bit of freedom as to how they progress. For instance, during the mission Most Wanted, Case is given 3 different options as to how he obtains a retinal scan from Senator Jack McKenna. 1. Find out about McKenna's ongoing affair and help sort out the blackmailing racists so that Jack's wife, Miriam, helps Case get a picture of Jack. 2. Find a page that leads you to some back room where Senator McKenna interrogates Case for information about who he really is and who he's working for. Only for Case to... Yeah, huh? What now? You fucking thought, huh?
Scan is good. Nice work, Case. Time to get to the roof. That's how we'll reach Adler.
Clean yourself up. 3. Case meets with a crime boss named Gabriel Armato, who has Case retrieve some incriminating evidence, which leads to Armato setting up an involuntary meeting with Senator McKenna so that Case can get his picture. Now, you can't fully blame Sledgehammer Games for Modern Warfare 3's poor execution on open combat missions, but the way Black Ops 6 does it is so much better. Is that a Little Caesars in the campaign? Oh my God, the product placement is way better than...
Meat plus meat plus meat equals...
the 3-meat treat!
Except there's that one mission in Iraq where you basically navigate the desert and destroy SAM sites. That was a snooze. Spoilers, Harrow is big bad, which I honestly didn't see coming, but honestly looking back at it was one that makes total sense. Even if her interrogation mission felt like it was leftover content from the Frozen Forest mission in Black Ops 3. Spoilers again, the ending is kinda shit. After a pretty intense holdout against Pantheon forces, Belle ends up jumping on board Harrow's helicopter and takes her out. While cool, I felt like this left a bunch of unanswered questions, like, who is Case? What is Case? What is next? Did Case die? So many questions. Zombies. Zombies is back, baby, returning us to our more traditional round-based zombies rather than the DMZ knockoff we got last year. There's 2 maps, one being Terminus, which feels like more of a traditional zombies map we'd get before Black Ops Cold War. It's dark, it's scary, and more importantly,
Mama.
The other map being Liberty Falls, which feels like more of an arcadey type style map we're used to seeing in the modern zombies. There's also a difficulty increaser where all the players need to vote on before increasing the overall difficulty of the zombies, which in my opinion takes the zombies from being these easy cannon fodder to the 2000 Baltimore Raven defense. In short, they're gonna fuck you up. I'm honestly pretty pleased with the zombies experience in this game. I'm not usually the one that's like all gung-ho for zombies, but I definitely feel like from the times I've played, this is by far the best we've gotten in a long time. Multiplayer. The Black Ops 6 multiplayer is fine. I'd say my initial reaction was way more positive than it is now. Not saying it's terrible, but there's certainly some work to be done. The spawns stink, maps are either straight mediocre or belong in the garbage, the time to kill is wildly inconsistent, the camo progression is just straight up dumb, and people are complaining about how Prestige was way better under the previous system. Call of Duty's back, baby. For the positives, I have very few. Gunsmith feels a million times better with there being less attachments and less cons that could affect your weapon, making it less overwhelming to the player. Prestige mode being brought back was one of the best moves this franchise has done ever since remastering Call of Duty 4, and anyone that's upset about how Prestige forces you to go through the entire progression again, shut your goddamn mouth. Having more to work towards is great, unless you're like one of those weird week 1 grinders. Don't take this away from me, and if you don't prestige, you're a chicken. Literally, it makes a sound if you opt to not prestige. But the best and most underrated addition is
Play of the game.
the movement is also pretty fun, and while I may hate the Omni demons that abuse the movement, it's still fun. Like, I just love being able to dive around and just take out my enemies. I know it makes them mad as much as it makes me mad, but it's probably also affecting my skill-based matchmaking. That's all the positives, now on to my favorite part, the negatives. As mentioned, Black Ops 6 has a few issues, starting with the maps, which I must say are pretty dookie, though I'd take these maps over, say, anything from Modern Warfare 2019 or 2022. The best map by far is Skyline, with the absolute worst in the game being the map Red Card. Whoever designed this map needs to spend the next 6 months playing Red Card 24/7 while spawning at the A side of the map. It's literally Spawn Trap City, and it's a massive nightmare to navigate, and I say this with every fiber in my being, fuck anyone involved with this map. The design of the map, the idea of this map, it is total garbage. Skill-based matchmaking is pretty rough. Like, you could have one of the most mediocre games of your entire life, and the game just seems to think you're like the second coming of Nadeshot and plugs you into some of the sweatiest lobbies you'll ever find in Call of Duty. Like, I just thought after my 9 to 5 I was here to play a game of casual, but no, apparently I stepped into an esports tourney where everyone's fighting for their life. You're not getting the idea. Here's what a lobby without skill-based matchmaking looks like. And this is what a game with skill-based matchmaking looks like.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
I've said this plenty of times, no matter how good a Call of Duty game is, once they include things like skill-based matchmaking, the game is completely screwed the minute it drops, which also includes things like skill-based damage, which probably explains why the time to kill feels so inconsistent in this game. And I know I'm preaching to the choir on this because Activision has already shown their data that highlighted why skill-based matchmaking is amazing and why it's the best thing to ever come out, and that the odds of this changing are pretty much zero. But hopefully with Season 1 coming soon, we'll get a nice pack of cigarettes charm that I can throw onto my builds. That way I can have a cigarette readily available while Activision screws me with this harsh skill-based matchmaking. Thanks. The spawns in this game are brutal, by the way. Best way to sum it up is like that one scene from Jarhead.
You laugh, you die. Scratch your nose, you die. You shift your weight to take a piss, you will die.
Usually the spawns are a problem, but with these, somehow they're worse than the beta, and I'm pretty concerned by that. The camo progression is pretty confusing. Like, getting 100 headshots makes sense. I don't hate that, I think it's really good. It's the fact I can't use my special camos until I unlock all the other camos in that set list, to me, seems pretty pointless because I'd much rather have my stylized camos that I'm earning, that I've unlocked while grinding through all these other guns, instead of these really boring, less poppy, depressing looking camos. Outside of those issues, it's pretty safe to say Black Ops 6 is an absolute mess, but it's fun and I'm having a ton of fun. And while I'm definitely being humbled and reminded I'm probably the most mediocre Call of Duty player of all time, hence the bots gameplay, at the end of the day, it's fun, and I don't really mind getting beat up by all these tryhards because I'm not gonna put much more effort into that. Like, this is it. This is as good as it's gonna get. But I'd like to know what you have to say in the comment section below. What do you think of Black Ops 6? Do you think it's good or bad? Are you having fun? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, great. Maybe consider leaving a like. Maybe consider subscribing because it helps it out. And if you didn't enjoy it, well, then go eat Arby's. Thanks for watching, and well, bye!